whether they will admit it or not, it is the Republican Party position to get rid of the regulation that protects people with pre-existing conditions. I mean, they tried to repeal that regulation as part of Obamacare twice and failed. Now they're trying to get rid of it through the Supreme Court. And because it is so politically toxic, I mean, truly, truly toxic, none of them can be as honest as Eric Erickson was, again, to his credit. So instead, the way they kind of square the circle is just lie and pathetically promise over and over that just in 2 weeks or so, they'll have figured out a solution.
We're signing a health care plan within 2 weeks, a full and complete health care plan.
We're going to be introducing a tremendous health care plan sometime hopefully prior to the end of the month. It's just about completed now. Over the next 2 weeks, I'll be pursuing a major executive order requiring health insurance companies to cover all pre-existing conditions for all customers.
You told Chris Wallace that this summer it would come in 3 weeks. You promised an executive order on pre-existing.
I have it already.
The president will be laying out some additional healthcare steps in the coming, I would say, 2 weeks. Yeah.
The truth is, every Trump healthcare plan is just like Trump University. It is a transparent con. And someone who knows about pre-existing conditions and insurance marketplace regulation and the Affordable Care Act is Andy Slavitt, former acting administrator for the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which put him in charge of administering huge parts of that healthcare law, and he joins me now. Andy, I find this such a strange, it's a maddening and strange moment because the stakes are so high, but it's so Baroque, the entire thing. They tried twice to repeal the Affordable Care Act. They failed. Now they have the Department of Justice on the side of a bunch of Republican attorneys general trying to strike down the whole thing for this preposterous, pretextual, Rube Goldbergian reason. And instead of just not doing that and fixing the law so the ACA could be guaranteed, they're trying to kill the thing while lying about it.
Well, Chris, you're exactly right. I mean, Trump's a guy whose idea of business is marketing. I think if he says it, he can convince people, and maybe he'll convince a few people. But here's the reality: if you try to get insurance and the ACA is struck down, and you go to an insurance company and hand them this executive order from Donald Trump and say, "Here, you have to cover me because Donald Trump wrote an executive order," they would laugh so hard because it has all the authority of a tweet. It's a tweet on fancy paper, is what it is. And of course, doing it at the 11th hour is obviously cynical, while he is attempting to basically take away the coverage that Americans are going to need.